So the book is Loose End. It's by Titan Comics, and it was created by Hard Case Crime. Right, its publishers Titan, and I've been a fan of Titan books for a long time. So, I figure I can't go wrong with this. And this book is asking the age old question. Is when you get yourself into trouble, what are you willing to do to get yourself out of it, right? And it's in crime novels, right? There's when there's desperation and there's nothing to lose. That whole theme is like, how far will you go? And we've seen stories about people going to the limit, right? From Pulp Fiction to I guess whatever other crime movie you wanna throw in there, Reservoir Dogs, whatever. I'm a big Tarantino fan, so there you go. But the crime dramas always have that theme to them. Is there's the underdog, and what is the underdog gets himself in trouble, and what are they willing to get out? What are they willing to do to get out of it? And if you're looking for that in a comic book, I'm trying to get more into crime comic books and outside of the superhero Cape Crusader theme book. And with this book here, I flipped through it initially. I was like, okay, the art is all right, so I was like, okay, that'll be good enough. And I love a good crime story, and I could tell it was gonna be one of those underdog in trouble, desperate to get out stories. And it's what I will say about this is it will take you down. It is the beginning of that theme of a book. I will say I'm not necessarily intrigued enough to keep with it. I'll say I don't necessarily care to find out in this situation what's gonna happen. And it's only because it starts off pretty typical. And I don't want to say I'm one of those people that needs to be overly entertained, but I do want to be intrigued. And just it's really just bare bones in the beginning. I can't. It's the great thing about it is I can't really tell where it's going to go, but there does seem to be a theme of that. Right from the beginning, you could kind of tell the main characters, what they're about, what they're doing, what they're willing to do. And I can kind of forecast what's going to happen. And that part is kind of tricky. I don't think it left enough mystery for me in the beginning to want to follow it. But the art is decent. The writing is actually pretty good. It's not necessarily too adult. So pretty much anybody can kind of get into it. I mean, parental guidance advised, but it's not, for me personally, the beginning of it, the main plot of it so far isn't intriguing enough. The Loose End by Dave Dwonch or Dwonch. I'm sorry if I'm mashing up that name. And Travis Heimel. I at the moment I'm gonna have to give it. I think this is one of those books I'm gonna go back and if I can get the whole series in like one nice old compendium somehow. I don't know if I used the right word for that, but if I could get it all in like one collection, I'll probably check it out, and at a discount price. But at the moment, from the beginning here, I'm just not intrigued enough to want to keep following with it, even though they did do a very decent job with the art, and the dialogue is just about on par with the crime story of the underdog that needs to get out of a tough situation, right? It's pretty much there. All the players are there, all the typical players are there, and all that. So if you're really just looking for something light, like looking for a bit more crime light and nothing that's gonna like have you staying up late at night, I would say go with this. It's not bad, it's just not necessarily intriguing enough. So I don't want to give it a rating. I'll just say I'm not going to keep going with it. And like I said, is if it's your thing, if crime stories are your thing, then check it out and see for yourself. But at the moment, I'm not going to go any further with this. So that's about it for me. Anyway, Simon Thompson with the Downrock Records Starcade Lounge for the Downrock Records Arcade on YouTube. Check out the website for more and check out the channel for more. That's really all I got. Until the next book I review, I'll catch y'all in the next. Peace. Right there.